Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell, as you see, the environment has changed. Yes, I am back in Moscow. I have just arrived last night, very late last night. Actually, I would say just a bit after midnight. I have checked into the hotel where I'm staying. I haven't been recording the videos lately for the last few days. That was due to the preparation for this trip. And also, I have to say, I was a bit burnt out, but here I am, guys. Each time I arrive here, I always have to pinch myself that, yes, it happened again. When you believe it, everything is possible. This is one of my philosophies in life. So, just a quick update. I will be announcing a project with Scott Ritter today on Locals community. The link is down below this video in the description box. And also we will be probably recording a video, me and Scott, to give you in details what this project is about and why we decided to collaborate on that. This video might be on YouTube tomorrow, I believe, but still I have to figure out the time that Scott has, if it's today or tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. This is coming, very exciting. I'm a little bit nervous, I have to say, but fingers crossed, all goes well. With this being said, of course, I will be recording videos outside. Many of you have been following me for a long time, so you've seen Moscow already from other channels as well. But, you know, everyone has their own personal touch. So I will show you definitely more places this time, and also, what I want to bring to you today. Well, I have two articles, and there is one topic in which I will be addressing more in details probably tomorrow or the day after, and that is about how much money those migrants that EU wants to relocate, you know, as it is in Germany, in France, other countries, but Poland has been hesitant for some time, no longer is, as we know, and Hungary is definitely standing on big no, refusing to do this. But I will give you some numbers now. Let's start with this maybe. There is a directive from the EU that has been actually posted on official website of, I think it's Polish government, I'm not sure exactly, but I will give you the details probably tomorrow. So let me tell you how much money will those migrants receive when they will be relocated to Poland. If the person is single, they will have 635 euros per person. If this person has one child, they will have, I have two different numbers here, 953, and then I have 1144, and with two children we have 1334 euros. So just to give you an idea about, for example, how much the older person, how much the retirees have, how much they receive, those Polish babushkas, okay? Many of those people, they don't even have 2,000 Polish zloty, which is about $500, just to give you an idea. Some of them have actually less than this. But I will go into details about it. I'm sure in other countries those numbers are probably even much higher than in Poland, but you have to keep in mind how much people make in Poland and how much people make in other countries, okay? So that's how you have to reference that. Now, since we are on the topic of money, from businessinsider.pl, this is Polish edition of Business Insider, I have an article about Ukraine is asking for help, and this is in relation to the large amounts of debt and forgiving this debt. So, you know, first they ask for the money, for the loan that they promise to give you back. I say they, but you know who I mean. And then they ask to forgive this debt. So Ukraine is asking for help. He hopes to forgive a large part of his debts. There is this is about Zelensky, right? There's a tug of war between the Ukrainian authorities and investors who lended money. Our eastern neighbors, this means Polish, right? So Ukraine, can count on cutting part of the debt, but they want to forgive much larger amounts. Ukraine is asking bondholders to accept deep debt cuts of more than $20 billion, the Financial Times reported. $20 billion. Fantastic, no? I wonder who has this $20 billion. We know. Ukraine has called on international holders of Ukrainian bonds to agree to accept debt reductions. This is to help finance the country's war effort after exploratory talks failed to produce an agreement 2 months before the suspension of payments expired. Investment plans are an easy-to-use product for passive investments of savings. As part of this solution, you can create investment plans by choosing the ETFs you are interested in, freely setting the percentage share of each investment and managing them flexibly. Within investment plans, you can even have several different plans, portfolios, consisting of different ETFs. According to the Ukrainian Ministry of Finance, bondholders rejected Ukraine's proposal to reduce the value of bonds in foreign currencies by up to 60% this month. The Investors' Committee, which represents holders of about 20% of bonds, instead of proposed cuts of just over 22%, but according to the ministry, this would not achieve key debts target. So they proposed 22% cuts. Okay, those bondholders. Strong armies must be supported by strong economies to win wars. Finance Minister Sergei Marchenko said, the Ukrainian economy has been very dependent on financial aid from the West since the very beginning of the war. Economic growth in our eastern neighbors in 2023 was 5.2%, while in the first year of the Russian invasion, Ukrainian GDP shrank by almost a third. To be honest, I don't believe those numbers. But Ukraine's GDP fell by 28.8% in 2022. Now the country's authorities hope that in 2024 economic growth will reach 4.6%. I wonder how. Any one of you who is an expert, please let me know. This is the end of the article. You find the link down below this video. How the GDP can even grow in this country, I don't know. Because they are selling their products? Or they are flooding European countries with their products? Maybe. Since we are on the topic of leadership, now we have a new leadership of European Union. As you know, Hungary is taking over. We see what's gonna be the result of this. But this is from TASS, from today, June 18th, Tuesday. The new EU leadership to maintain course on countering Russia, Orbán. After the June 6th to 9th elections to the European Parliament, right parties have grown stronger, while the left and the liberals lost their position, Hungarian Prime Minister noted, so Viktor Orbán. And from Budapest, we say Budapest in Polish, the new EU leadership will maintain its course towards the continuation of the conflict in Ukraine and countering Russia, contrary to the will of the majority of Europeans, Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán said, commenting on the outcome of the informal EU summit in Brussels. Now quoting Orbán, they ignore reality, they ignore the outcome of the European elections, and they ignore the will of the European people. Let us not be naive. They will continue to support migration and will send more and more money to weapons to the war between Russia and Ukraine. That's what Orbán said on social media. The Prime Minister noted that after the June 6 to 9 elections to the European Parliament, right parties have grown stronger, while the left and the liberals lost their position. However, he continued, instead of listening to voters and their opinions, the politicians from the largest European Parliament faction, the European People's Party, joined their efforts with the left and the liberals. On Monday, they struck a deal and distributed EU management offices among themselves. The Prime Minister, who attended the summit in Brussels, said, "We will not succumb," I'm sorry if I mispronounced to that, so they will not agree to this. "We will unite the efforts of the European right, and we will fight with the bureaucrats who advocate migration and war," Orban assured. So we see how this goes. This will be a fight. Hopefully he will remain in his position and he will not be treated the same way as Robert Fico, the Prime Minister of Slovakia, was. We know guys, what's going on, all of us. I have to apologize for being a little bit off today because, I just arrived, didn't have too much sleep, to be honest, but I still wanted to record the video and give you some heads up what's going on. Tomorrow, stay tuned for the update about Project with Scott. And also, I will do my best to record the video tomorrow from the outside. All the links to the articles you find down below in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, for hitting this like, for sharing, subscribing, and leaving the comments. I don't have comments of the day today. I will catch up on this tomorrow. And lots of love. Remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. Bye, everyone.